everybody, to 10 Reasons Why Show podcast. I am Scott Tomaso. This is my friend Sam Labrati. Well, at least he's kind of my friend. We have Sema Batuk here, and we are joined by the talented,
sexy Lou Santini.
Wait, keep going. More adjectives.
Wow. Lou Santini, everybody.
Yay! Thank you. Well, it's great to be here.
Who is he's an author, comedian, actor. I don't know. What else can I throw in? Host. That's right.
Voiceover
artist.
Uh-huh.
And that's about it.
Yeah, that's just those 6 things.
I don't want to give him too big of a head.
I'm not trying to brag, but I did make 3 figures last year. So, with all those jobs combined,
that's more than I made, that's for sure. So today we are talking about, actually, Sema, why don't you tell us what we're talking about?
We are talking about 10 reasons why top 10 craziest laws still in effect.
So this is a 10 Reasons Why presents. So it's a
that
crazy...
was a weird way of
way to
saying
rephrase it, everybody.
Crazy...
Sema, bring it up. What she meant was...
These are the craziest U.S. laws.
That are still in effect.
Still in effect.
Still in effect. That's the important thing.
Unfortunately.
Now, 10 does not do it justice, which is why this is a presents. Because there are so many stupid laws that are still in effect. So we actually broke it down by state. We took 10 states. Mm-hmm. We took some from your hometown,
right?
Which is home state, I should say. Ohio. We've got Pennsylvania man over here. Of course, you're a PA kid as well.
Born in Pittsburgh, raised in Ohio. So be a Steelers fan in Ohio. That's not easy.
Yeah, and I'm a Nebraska kid, so we'll do some Nebraska stuff.
And I'll take California for myself.
They have laws in Nebraska?
From what I hear.
Wow.
I did a Google search, and there's apparently a
legislation, little mini government and all.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
There's a couple of guys somewhere doing something there. I don't know what it is. So why don't we can just get into it. You want to just start into it?
Yes.
All right, let's start with the first one.
Number 1, California laws.
All right, so these are the laws in California that are still in effect.
And I love it.
That probably should not be for any reason whatsoever. Do you want to list these, or do you want me to start with it?
You can start with it.
All right, because this is a big one, I think, in California. There is a law that says California prison workers will no longer be allowed to have sex with inmates.
Oh, come on. So sad.
It was a bad day in California, I think, that day. Now, my question is, why would you have to make this? How many inmates were having sex with the workers there?
Apparently a lot, from what I've heard in the news.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I've never been to prison.
So the prisoners can't have sex with the workers.
They can't have sex with the workers.
I thought you were saying they weren't allowed to have sex with each other as the prisoners. Like, what else do they have to do? Give them a break, man. You're in there.
I think that's a given.
Yeah, right. I thought that was kind of mandatory.
I was going to say, I don't think that law is doing any good.
I just want to hear that conversation. Like, maybe one of the prisoners comes up to the guards like, hey, so, you know what I would, dude? I'd love to, but... my hands are tied now. I can't, I
got probation coming.
Yeah, right. That would be wrong.
The new ordinance. You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Here's another one. So if you want to go out to the beach, we live in California. So if you want to go out to the beach, and you want to throw a frisbee around,
ooh, I like frisbee,
which most people do, right?
I do.
It is illegal to do so unless you get a lifeguard's permission.
In Los Angeles.
Well, then I've broken the law about 150 times.
I think everybody's broken the law on that one. It's just the beach, though.
A male lifeguard?
I don't think it really matters.
Can you imagine the look on the lifeguard's face if you're at the beach, you've got your friends there, you got a frisbee, and you're like, you know what? Let's just cover our asses. And you go up to a lifeguard who's trying to watch people, making sure they're not drowning or attacked by a shark who needs complete focus, and you're like, hey, he's way up high. Wait, over here. Hey, can I throw this frisbee? I mean, he's gonna look at you like, dude, get away from me.
I just can't imagine. Again, why does this law even get made? Who comes up to the legislator or whoever and says, we really need a law for this? This is crazy.
Someone got hit in the head once and got all a bee in their bonnet. There's an expression from 2013. And just said, you know what? I'm gonna make someone with way too much free time on their hand, put it up on the ballot, and the person, you know what? Let's just shut this lady up. Yeah, lady. And then
yeah, it has to be a lady.
And then they just said, fine, let's just shut her up. No one will ever enforce this.
I just don't get it.
I think it was the little old lady from Pasadena. The famous
from the Beach Boys. Thanks for making my reference seem more current.
All right, I just don't understand that. Belvedere City Council order reads: no dog shall be in a public place without its master on a leash.
So you're arresting the dog. So no stray dogs.
Oh my God.
That's the wording. It actually says that. So if you don't wear a leash when you're walking your dog,
Kinky.
So
Yeah.
if you're in
Actually, that's
Belvedere
probably what
City
it turned
Council,
out
right?
to.
It's Belvedere.
It's in Belvedere
Don't do
City.
it.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Those guys in Bel.
Where the hell is Belvedere?
That's what I mean.
You don't need to
Sometimes
know.
I think we forget, like, oh wait, there's more of California than L.A.
That's not
That's
true.
We you know, there's more than, you know.
You're talking crazy talk.
I know.
All right, so in Hollywood, this is one that's right down the street. So this one you should probably heed, especially Sam.
What?
It is illegal to drive more than 2,000 sheep down the Hollywood Boulevard at one time.
All right, that's it.
So don't do it.
This sounds like something else
Apparently,
from the old cattle
the
sheep
sheep
wars.
wars. So the
Yeah.
sheep came out the winner.
Seriously?
Taking it to the
Who came up
streets.
with
I
this?
am
Who
taking
came
my
up with
sheep
this?
and
It's so
leaving
stupid.
this town.
That's the next Star
The
Wars.
movie that Mel Gibson did not make.
Well, that's one movie we can thankfully
Cattle
make.
versus sheep.
Everybody remembers the cattle sheep wars.
It's true. There were sheep. There were the cattle wars. Don't you remember that?
I don't remember. How would I remember?
He's got some Monty Python image. Run away and catapulting a cow, you know. All right.
Well,
No,
who
the
won that
cattlemen-
war, by the way?
The cattlemen.
Cliff
attacked-
Clavin, ladies and gentlemen. You know, in the ancient Peloponnesians used to have these cattle and sheep wars there. Making crap up as you go along.
That's hilarious. Well, the fact that there was, now I don't know how long ago this was, but when would you have 1,000 sheep, 2,000 sheep that you would take down Hollywood Boulevard?
As early as
What,
1900.
When was Hollywood Boulevard?
Well, you got to
When was
realize
that?
Sam's right though, because we were like an agrarian society up until like World War until like the 20s. The industrial age kicked in like World War One. So yeah, but here's the thing: you have 1,999 sheep. Like, nah, he's good. Who's counting? Like, oh damn, he found a loophole.
Get falling asleep though. I never get the 2,000. I'd always fall asleep.
Yeah, that's the thing. People keep counting. That was well played. So that was good.
All right, let's move on to the state of Pennsylvania because you're both
Born there.
So Sema, you want to?
Not really. But
Wow, you weren't
Well-
born. Oh, you were Moroccan.
that's right.
That's right.
No, you said you mean
Number-
moronic.
Let's say this.
That's-
Thinking you have that backwards.
Number 2, Pennsylvania, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
You want me to? Okay.
Yeah.
It is contrary to Pennsylvania law to discharge a gun, cannon, right? Revolver and other explosive weapon at a wedding.
Which obviously
You guys do that?
you need a law for that.
Enough people probably. Yeah. Well, enough people probably got killed.
At a wedding?
No, he's right because I'm telling you. I mean, I was mostly raised in Northeast Ohio. That's Akron, Canton, Cleveland. I'm not lying. You go an hour south, they still have the Ku Klux Klan. People have real Southern accent like this. And it's an
Right.
hour
No teeth.
south. They're
In
not
Pennsylvania?
Hold on.
Ohio, Pennsylvania, all that. It's you're not in the South per se, but it's south of these. And I'm telling you, I mean,
Mason-Dixon.
I've seen people fire guns in the air. You get white trash, man. It
Hey,
just
can I hear that
That is
accent
amazing.
you talk like this. All you have to do is instead of your like this and that, they become K's like this, like that, and you get all lazy.
again? Really?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
And they don't
Like
even say
this, like
Ohio; they
that.
say Ohio. Ohio, because apparently saying that O sound is just so tasking.
So the next one is it's illegal to have over 16 women live in a house
I already hate
together.
this rule.
That is now here's the funny thing about it. 16 women is okay. 17 puts you over the line.
Yeah.
For what purpose?
For brothel.
Because that constitutes a brothel.
So if you have 16 women, it's cool.
Yeah, it's okay.
16's cool.
So you can shtup 16 women, but if you bring in a 17th woman,
You have a problem.
You are now
in
considered
business.
This law
a
is
brothel.
vague. Do we have all the hypothetical? I have 16 women over to rehearse a play that's an all-female cast. I have a
Brothel.
brothel now all of a
Brothel.
sudden.
you got a
Yep.
choir.
Yes, you do.
You, my friend, would be going
This
to
is a
jail.
vague rule. What if you're sitting at a sporting event, you're surrounded by 16 women, and you're just sitting there in your mobile brothel?
Well, no, you can have
Who knows?
16. It's 17.
17.
That'll put you
Well,
in
here's the
trouble.
funny
That's
thing.
an odd number. Someone's
here's
already left out. That's
the funny
why.
thing about this one, and you'll find this out later on as we go, but this is actually a law that happens in every state. It's always about women. How many women can be in a house? There's other states that have less than this, but they have a law that says you can't have any more than this amount of
Why did they
women.
get naughty?
I have no idea.
So we're talking. What about like? Was it Utah or is that the Mormon state?
That's the
It's-
Mormon state.
I think
so-
Arizona has it. I think Utah might have it as well. We'll figure it out. I can't remember which
I forget
one it
who
was,
said it. Bigamy and monogamy are the same thing. One wife, too many.
That's
It's an old joke. I did not write it,
But
but
then question
worry,
would be
there'll be
how many
a
men
shot
can
in
live
there.
together?
what's that?
Like how many men can
Hey,
live in the
it's
same
infinite.
house?
Infinite. We're responsible.
So you guys
Wow.
can get naughty.
I'm just gonna
Hold on.
slide
You're
over.
responsible.
Yeah.
Hold on.
What
So,
planet
Says the guy
Do
who
you
says,
not
yeah,
remember
it's a
the sheep
woman.
and cattle war, Scott? Damn it!
so the man can get naughty, but women
Well, who
can't?
says they gotta
The
get
number?
naughty?
How do you know what they are doing in there? It's like a prison, man.
Just
It's
gonna
a
let
prison.
Sema talk
Well, you
for a little
gotta,
bit.
you gotta.
What you guys are doing there? Yeah, seriously. It is okay that we can't
All right,
do
here's actually the one that makes me worry about Pennsylvania. It's illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator. It's illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator outdoors. This scares me a little
Well,
bit.
here's the thing. Look, if you got a fridge outdoors, you got other problems. And so, you know what? Let them have that. But I mean, like I said, you go an hour south of Ohio, and you're going to see dishwasher or washer and dryers on porches and cars up on blocks. So,
But what's the danger of sleeping on your refrigerator outdoors?
fall. It's not very big,
just
frankly. I
don't-
mean, you know, you have to curl up in a ball to
I
fit
just
on the
don't-
top of it.
When
just
Curly
don't get
comes
it.
over to take a pee by the refrigerator, you
it.
might
We have to do
fall
the
on
next
him.
one.
All right,
So refrigerator inside, no problem.
Right, so you can sleep on it all you
Fall
want.
off the fridge onto the
awesome.
oven. Okay.
Go
So the
ahead,
next
Seth.
one is any motorist driving along a country road at night must stop every mile and send a racket signal. I can't read. Wait 10 minutes for the road to be cleared of livestock and continue.
So just make sure when you're
Every
driving
mile,
through
though.
Pennsylvania,
You have to do that.
first of all, you make sure you have bottle rockets with you.
Yeah.
Because every mile you have to shoot one off just to make sure the
But
road's clear. At night.
isn't owning fireworks illegal for the most part?
Well, there
So you're
but not there. See, you're supposed to do that.
it's a double-edged sword.
Apparently, when it has to do with livestock, everything goes. It's
Yeah, it seems
fine.
like animals have more rights than people.
It's very nice that
But-
they care about the livestock.
Hold on a second. My problem, every mile though.
Yeah.
How you're gonna arrive to your, destination?
Well, this is the excuse men could give. Well, honey, I was late because I had to stop every mile. I'm sorry, dinner wasn't, it got cold. But, I mean, Sam will tell you this. So much of Pennsylvania and Ohio is nothing but country roads and agriculture
Right,
and
yeah.
cornfields and everything else. You're never getting nowhere. And that is a double negative.
You did say never
You're
get
getting
nowhere.
I ain't never getting nowhere, no how.
All right, let's move on to the next state. This is my home state.
Okay.
Yeah, number 3, Nebraska.
So-
Yeah, it is illegal to go whale fishing.
In Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Known for their
Yes.
oceans.
In Nebraska, there's no ocean, but you know.
There's no reason to have this.
And I like the
What's
idea.
this?
Fishing, like I got a rod and a reel to hook as opposed to like a javelin or a
Sounds
spear.
to me like they were licking toads. When
Right.
They
did
must
it.
have
Exactly.
been. Where's the rule for that one? The law for that one? Because there's nothing there. It's the Missouri River. That's the only thing I can think of. There's no whales.
Like, why
at
would
all.
you do exactly? What is the reason for that? A moron
I could sit here. And just...
writing it down. No, that's all I think. That's a moron wrote it.
Next one is it's illegal for bar owners to sell beer unless they are simultaneously brewing a kettle of soup. That's so specific. Why is it?
That is random.
Oh my God.
There's we know someone who just opened up a second bar in Los Feliz, and he just wants to serve beer and wine, I believe.
And soup?
No, I think he said, and I said no hard liquor. And he goes, no, if we serve hard liquor, we have to serve food.
Really?
Yeah, that's a California law. Beer and wine, you can have that, but if you serve any hard liquor, you have to serve food. He goes, we're not set up for that just yet. So once we do get our kitchen in order, everything, we're going to just serve like sandwiches and popcorn and just real simple stuff so we can serve hard
Such a
liquor.
weird rule. Wow.
So it must be.
This is an older version of that.
It must be. It must be. I don't know if it has something to do with watering down the alcohol content. I don't know what that is. To have something
I got a
in your
chicken
belly.
niblet in my whiskey. What's going on in my beer?
Just mix the two together. I wouldn't be surprised if that's happened. That's just weird. to me.
Well, I don't know about this.
Well,
None of this is helping me go to Nebraska, by the way.
No. However, it's illegal for a mother to give her daughter a perm within the state without a state license.
should be
Now,
illegal
I will
to get a
agree with
perm.
that. I will agree with that.
As someone who's
Wait a
had a
minute.
perm, it's not I admit I have had a perm, and I look
You
at
did?
that. If there's a bad hairstyle, Sema, I have had it. I've had the parted down the
I
middle, what
wanna
I call
see it.
home pride hair, parted
The
down the middle,
home
split
pride.
right in. I've had the feathered, I've had the Kevin Bacon footloose hair, I've had the mullet, I've had the bleached tail on the back, the rat tail. I've not had the mohawk. And I've had bleach blonde, and I've had hair longer than yours. I've had it with the perm. I've had the Michael Bolton thing where you tie it back and just right there let it. I've had it, so perm should be illegal.
You've
hold on,
had it every which way.
All
I know.
right.
I was like, wow, crazy.
Hold on, I'm calling.
Love it.
I'm calling the authorities.
Yeah, I just said, so a perm, a mom giving someone a perm. Yes, I
I agree. I
Obviously-
agree with it.
Obviously, this is a thinly veiled attempt by the unions to bust up home permanence. And I won't stand for this.
It's
No, you
mother on daughter perming.
Yes,
There's a
it's-
sentence I've
and
never
it's-
said before. But father on son perming or father on daughter,
Totally cool.
mother on son. is
Totally
okay.
cool.
So no
Totally
girl
cool.
on girl perm action.
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
Another sentence I thought I would never say, and I do not agree with that.
Let's quickly go through Arizona, then we'll take a break. Arizona's got some really stupid ones too. Actually, this one goes well. You'll love this
I'm
one.
doing number 4, Arizona.
Number 4, Arizona. You may not have more than 2 dildos in a house.
They have a lot of sex ones.
What do you want to say?
They do.
When I used to host One Track Mind, they had another law. I don't want to blow it, so I'll wait and see if you cover it. But
No, go ahead. Actually, if you,
there was a law. I don't know if that was repealed. You're not allowed to be walking around with an erection in your pants.
wow.
Where else would it be?
Yeah.
That's my question.
In public, in your house. How would they know if you're in your house? Would the
My
boner
thing
police
is,
coming in
first
knocking on
of
your
all,
door?
For this one, how do you know she will have 2 dildos? How would you know?
I'm telling you,
Somebody
it's
goes
one
in the house
bad
and
roommate
counts them?
away from turning you in.
No,
Yeah.
but this is it. Like, who would count it? Like, oh my God, you have 2.
It's the housekeeper. That's who I'd watch.
Yeah, we actually when I hosted One Track Mind, they closed down a sex shop. Marital aids. Where you can sell sexual lingerie and dildos and vibrators stuff like that.
Yeah.
They closed some woman down because they said some of her vibrators were over a certain size were illegal and they were considered obscene. And they say so we can keep the 13-inch ones, but not the the ridiculous ones or whatever.
Those things can hurt
Wow.
somebody. Yeah,
I know.
those are weapons.
They are.
when you think about
Weapons of mass and
it. I don't know where that's going.
inflation.
The other one is in Tucson. Women are prohibited from wearing pants. I think I'm moving to Tucson.
Yeah.
I think I would understand
Many
that,
men
yeah.
would
So
probably.
skirts and dresses only
Apparently,
in Tucson.
maybe you can wear. Yeah.
Actually,
Are jeans pants?
That's a gray area. See, now you're thinking like a lawyer now. You're on
am.
her.
I am.
They're not slacks. They're jeans. It's like
okay,
she was wearing boots
but
without her 2 cows
guys-
nearby.
But it doesn't say must not. It's may not. So it's like.
Well,
You're
either
also
way.
playing
Either
the
way.
attorney.
I
Yeah.
would say either way.
Yeah, but that's the trick part. Such a stupid stuff. Like, why would you say women may not? It's and just say don't. It's not.
All right. What matters also is we need to take a break.
Yes.
Let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk more with actor comedian Lou Santini.
10 reasons why. Comic book slap.
I do a lot of times.
2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to 10 Reasons Why Show podcast. We are joined today with Lou Santini.
Thank you.
Host, author, actor, comedian, everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Model.
Weird. And what do we? Oh, and model. I didn't.
Wow, I didn't know that either. Someone owes me some residuals.
Fantastic. So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about the crazy laws in U.S.
All right, so this is
That we break
crazy laws in
down
the
in
U.S. We
states.
brought it down into 10 different states.
Yeah.
We've already done what? What did we do?
We did California, Pennsylvania, Nebraska,
and Arizona.
In Arizona.
and we are here
And
number
Arizona.
5,
So what's number 5?
Florida.
All right, let's do
Crazy
it.
Florida.
Florida's got some crazy.
It is crazy.
They do.
It's
I've
insane.
never heard, like, they are really crazy.
All right,
They
why
are.
don't you give us a couple of those?
The first one is you cannot shower naked. Did you guys
Huh?
know that? I'm not kidding. In the
Hold on, can we go to break and let me think about that? Let's go to another break so I can think about that.
Man, what if you were singing in the
You have to shower
tub?
with your
No.
clothing, you think. Seriously, that's a law. They have it.
Can't sing in the tub. What is this? I
That's
don't get it.
big government for you.
Again, we're trying to.
That sounds like
You
Florida
gotta,
to me.
you gotta trace it back. It's something. Someone was showering in the window, and someone walked by. I do declare, and they had a heart attack. I'm getting the vapors, and it fell over. And next thing you know, it's like, that's it. Everyone's screwed. You know what this is? This is the little kid. This is when you're in school and one kid is passing a note. Now the whole class is punished.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that kind of crap.
Yeah. That's exactly.
It's not
what-
fun, so
that's
like
exactly
you
what
just
it
can't
is.
take shower.
Well, you know what? I don't live in Florida, but I'm showering naked tonight, folks. Yes, visualize that. I don't
Thank
care
you.
what anyone says. I'm a rebel, man.
I'd like to thank Lou for that thought.
Thank you. Have visualized that?
Yeah.
Little montage music while you think.
And
Grew up in my
the
mouth.
next one is it is illegal to sell your children.
Oh!
Did you know that?
which was a
I
big
disagree
problem.
with that. I
It's
disagree
illegal.
with that.
You can't. Were you
Well,
planning on
apparently
selling
enough
some?
people did disagree with that.
I'm just saying. I think there's nothing wrong with the kid keeping him on his toes, keeps him in line if he thinks there's the chance he might get sold.
You know what? That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Just like, once he gets old enough, he'll feel like, okay, mom was just messing with me. But I remember my mom was like, my mom threatened me as a little kid when I would act up. She's like, you don't necessarily live here for sure. I'm like, crap, I better wise up.
Now, can you give them away? Or is this like
If you
a
don't buy
money
it, maybe
exchange thing?
if you don't
Trade,
take
barter,
money.
Wow. Where'd you get the new plasma TV? My son, remember that jerk? Yeah, I had enough. So I swapped him.
Oh, my God.
Also, let's see. You may not fart in public place after 6 p.m. I mean, you have to hold it.
But before that, you can fart all day long.
Which is stupid. And you know why? Because when do most dates take place? After 6 p.m. And we've all been there, men. Back me up here. You're on a date. You're trying to impress a girl. Let's go get Mexican food. And like, crap.
Yeah,
And then
that's
next thing you know, you have to.
Fart in front of her?
No, I'm just saying you have to hold it in, and it's after 6 p.m. So
It's
that you drop
painful.
her off, and you got to hold it in. You still can't let it rip. And by the way, technically everything's after 6 p.m. When's the new
Right.
startup time?
Why 6 p.m. though? Why 6 p.m.?
That's
Very
dinner.
specific,
I
man.
don't know, but I need Lou to explain something to me here. How many times have you farted on a date?
Well, and never. That's
hey.
my point. Never on the date, but you drop the girl off like, oh, thank God, and then
Let's-
she leaves, and you can. But
I was
it's
gonna
after
say.
6 p.m. You don't want to go to jail.
Really, it's not really a law. It's just more of a a
Clearly,
personal.
this law was made by a woman. Case closed.
There you go.
know, as a woman
Really
who got sick of
stupid,
her husband
actually.
farting it up in the car.
Yeah.
Another crazy one. When having sex, only the missionary position is legal.
I'm never going to Florida.
There is big government trying
Screw
to take
Florida.
over
Yeah.
the bedroom.
Another thing, how would you know? Like,
No.
this is just like, seriously,
Whoa,
you go
wait.
watch. Hold on a second. Let me watch what you do. That's okay. That's not okay.
Certain states still have no anal sex laws.
wow.
And oral sex laws.
Oh,
I was
well,
just
Florida,
about to say
oral sex
that.
is illegal.
So
In
not
Florida?
only
Yep.
you can't
Oh.
have oral sex and you have to do it missionary. I'm serious.
They're-
Why would anybody want to go to Florida?
And what's on the license plate? The Sunshine State? Yeah, that's what you got going for you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the no fun every Tuesday from
can
2
go
to
to next
2:05
one.
p.m.
Yeah.
state.
I mean, just crazy. The things that they have, it's just outrageous.
Let's
Doesn't
go.
make sense.
Let's go to the next one. This is the. Let's go to the big city.
Sure. Number 6, New York.
Oh, this is the New York State. New York
Love
State.
New York.
Ah, yes, New York, Florida,
wait a
my
minute.
favorite
Okay,
place.
the penalty of penalty for jumping off a building is death in New York.
Suicide is illegal in most states.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's why a lot of
Yeah,
insurance
of course.
policies won't pay
Hold
because
on.
you're trying to
right.
circumvent that
Right.
thing.
Guys,
and try to,
if someone is jumping, they're jumping for their
Well,
death.
of
They're not
course.
saying, "Hold on, I'm jumping."
yeah, we know
Doesn't make
that.
sense.
It's
But it doesn't make sense.
It's a very
Either way,
logical.
None of these do.
No,
This
it's very
hence
logical.
the show.
I
Yeah.
can't.
This actually would pertain to Sema. This next one.
No.
It's against the law to throw a ball at someone's head for fun.
As someone who's seen Sema do this, a kickball during a kickball game, I got
She
to see
actually
that.
did
I
this.
did.
this.
I
She actually
did.
just-
It was fun.
Yeah, and a girl right in it. But the best part was when they hugged afterwards, and it was like,
We did.
Well, she didn't want to get arrested. She's like, "I'm so sorry. Please don't have me arrested."
against the law to throw a ball at someone's head
For fun.
for fun.
For fun.
For murder,
It's okay.
it's all right. As long as you can testify that you didn't have fun while you were doing
That's
it.
just.
You're like,
yeah,
let me
that's-
clear something. I was not having fun when I was doing that.
I mean,
There you go.
that hug afterwards, though, you were.
Yes.
All right.
This one's kind of funny. Well, they're all funny. Here's the funny one. You cannot walk around with on Sundays with an ice cream cone in your pocket.
I knew I had mentioned that when I worked on the radio. I definitely remember that one.
Why? Did this just come up with? Is that an ice cream cone in your pocket, or
Well, why would
you're
you
just
put it
happy to
there,
see me
first of
kind of
all?
thing?
Yeah.
What is it? I don't understand why
I think
anybody would
it's
put
out
it
of
in their
respect
pocket.
for Sunday services at your local church.
So they always sold ice cream beforehand.
No,
or
no.
what?
If you walk in, and
How
you've
are you
got, like,
piecing this puzzle together? What are you? I mean, I'm all for
Follow-
backtracking, but let's.
Follow this.
Okay. All right. CSI.
Going to church. You're all right. You're going to church. You're walking by an ice cream vendor, and you gotta have some. So you get an ice cream cone. You're eating it. You get to church. Well, what am I gonna do with this? There's no trash cans. You put it in your pocket. You walk in.
But
the
what do
priest
you-
sees you doing. The priest sees you with the, and then there's this bump and it's wet and it looks disgusting and you've just ruined your
But
relationship.
it's a law.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Stupid, yes. Maybe even kind of rude. Awkward, of course.
Right.
But what law? And somehow you brought church into this. I can't figure out why you have to be going to church to get
It
the
is
ice cream. Couldn't you be going anywhere?
specifically.
You
Okay.
can't.
Actually, you're right. It's not just church. It's just Sundays. It's just on Sundays.
You have got to follow the rule of law or we have anarchy.
Did you say ice cream or did you say popsicle? Popsicle, I can see. That looks like, hey, is that a popsicle
It's
in
an
your
ice,
pants? You know.
ice cream cone.
Yeah, a bomb pop, frankly, is what I carry. Just saying.
Yes, go
The
ahead.
next one is sleepers are not to be worn after 10 p.m.
Sleepers or slippers?
Slippers, sorry.
Get this body off of me.
I
He
never wear
keeps sleeping on me.
I mean, it's,
Hey,
it's
that happens,
10:05.
guys.
Get off
I
me,
can
dude.
do it.
Yeah, what time it is?
But it's awesome. So 10 p.m. you can't have them on.
Slippers can't be on
Slippers,
after
nope.
10 p.m.
Nope.
Let's go to the next one, Sema.
Number 7. Texas.
All right, there's got to be a plenty.
Texas where?
in Texas.
Oh, no, this is the best one.
Anywhere in Texas.
The first one is it is illegal to sell one's eye.
You can sell somebody else's eye. That's cool.
Were you thinking of selling someone's eye there? You can't do it. Nope.
Well, you know,
Not in
Texas, old one eye.
You can do it every other state except there. You can't.
Well, again, clearly someone tried to do this. Someone tried to sell an eyeball
Yep.
on the black market. And they, you know, like, you know what?
Didn't fit.
Now we have to make it right. So it's like, oh, I need to return this. You know,
But here's the thing. This is another law that's there.
No
You can do
refunds.
what was the one with the 2 dildo?
Can't have 2 dildos. Can't
you
own
can't
2
have
dildos.
2 dildos.
In Texas, you can have up to 6. Any more than that, you're screwed.
Wow.
You can
pun
have up to
intended.
6?
Any more than that, it's a party.
6.
Yeah.
Well, it says it's a felony charge if you're promoting the use of or own more than 6 dildos.
Promoting the use
Oh,
of. You're
on.
ringing a cowbell with a sandwich
Guys.
board on it.
Step up, step
Get on
No,
your
no, 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 no.
soapbox.
This is really funny. It is illegal to possess realistic dildo.
Realistic dildos. So the ones that are just basically like a flashlight that are just phallic shaped, as opposed to ones that have the vein in them,
Oh my
and
God.
that you can kind of like wiggle. You know, the ones you got, Summer.
You can have one shaped like an elephant still, though, right?
All right, let's go to one of our other favorite southern states.
Alabama.
Gloves are off.
It's just waiting for fun. So they've got bear wrestling. That's prohibited.
Okay.
Apparently, you can't do that anymore.
Okay. Which they should let them do that. Thin out the gene pool a little bit down there. Feel free. Go nuts, Alabama.
They have it's illegal to sell peanuts in Lee County after sundown, which
What
I
happens? Do
I
you
can
turn into
understand that.
like a witch
Now,
or
again,
something?
something had to happen.
What? You turn
I don't
into-
know. Someone sold tainted peanuts, which was the lesser known hit by Soft Cell. But nonetheless, someone got food poisoning, and now it's like, you know what? No one
Number
sells peanuts
16.
ever.
Perfect.
Tainted peanuts.
Here's one that really, this is like I don't understand how you even get around this, but men who deflower virgins, regardless of age or marital status, may face up to 5 years in jail. So, are there just full virgins down there in Alabama?
Far from it. Far from it.
How do you have to be out of
Can you read that again
Bring
slow? This is
someone
the one
in.
I need to hear again. Are we
right.
sure we're not missing a word? But let me hear this again.
Now, men who deflower virgins, regardless of age or marital status, may face up to 5 years in jail. That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
bring someone in from out of state to do this, or what?
Well, then we need to enforce this law, and this will just basically evaporate Alabama until they're down to 2 people, and then just standing around going, "Well, I'd love
Well,
to,
you-
but
you know-
Everyone
what it
in
is.
Alabama should be arrested right now.
Right.
Well,
Would
you know what
think?
it is. It's all about, who's your daddy? Well, he's also my brother.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's a good time to take a
Take a
break.
break.
I think, right?
Yay. All right, we'll be
Actually,
right
we will.
back.
Yeah, let's take a break.
10 reasons why. See, it's getting catchy.
welcome back to 10 Reasons Why Show podcast. We are, of course, joined today with Lou Santini, author, actor, comedian extraordinaire.
Yep.
And softball player.
And host, yeah.
And host.
Softball
And
player.
host. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting
You
the
always,
host.
that's,
I always forget the host.
I love hosting.
You do love hosting,
Yeah.
and you're good at it.
Thank
you're good
you.
at it.
Thank you.
So we're talking about 10 Reasons Why. This is more of a presents. It's crazy laws in the U.S. that are still in effect that probably shouldn't be. So we've already gone.
Probably.
Somebody needs to look into
Somebody's
those.
Hey.
for debate.
They're selling children.
probability.
Selling children. You know, we're on the fence on that.
We're 1 out of 3.
Selling dildos,
One out of
having
4.
more than 16 women.
Right.
Right.
See?
Yeah.
See? We have 2 left.
2 states.
Two states. We're
Number
in
9, Michigan.
Yes, let's go with Michigan. I don't know why we're doing Michigan, but I have a feeling
You gotta do it.
they're close enough to Canada to where they got to have some crazy stuff
Sure.
going on. So do you want to share a couple there,
Yeah.
Sema?
Persons may not be drunk on trains.
Well, that's...
I don't know that you could get drunk, but whatever.
Well, you know,
Can't be
get drunk?
on a
that
train.
always to expand on that, because I mean, you hear look, I know when you have like rural communities like in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and stuff. I have a lot of friends who are like, they got too drunk, they want to be responsible. I'm not going to drive. They're like, well, I can just walk to my house. It's a mile, whatever, and they've gotten tickets for that, and they've gotten cited for walking drunk.
What else are you supposed to do?
That's what I mean. What are your options? I mean,
There are no
I guess you have to have a sober person drive you, but I mean, you're not really. I guess they're trying to do that so like you're not drunk, you fall into the street, and then someone hits you or whatever. I mean, it's
Exactly.
If you're that stupid and you're so hammered that there's a chance you're going to walk into oncoming traffic, adios. We don't need you.
Right.
We don't
exactly.
need you.
That's
Exactly.
called culling the herd.
Right. Exactly.
All right, the next one. I want to say this.
all right, go.
Willfully destroying your old radio is prohibited. Oh.
Wow. You know how many things
You
of
can.
mine that I have broken? I'm from Ohio. If I was in Michigan, I would be in jail. I can never break. I got an Italian temper, and admittedly, I have not broken anything expensive for a very long time, but I can't throw a pillow. No, it's like, oh, plasma television. Hammer will go through that real nice and make a nice loud crash. I've broken so many things. I'm like, why? As soon as I did it, I'm like, why? Why did I just do that? It was a $450 throw, punch,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So
I've
breaking
done
your
that.
radio.
Clubs.
Oh, golf clubs.
Tennis rackets.
I've had one
bats.
run around my neck, one across my knee, one
yeah.
against a golf cart.
It's amazing.
My girlfriend's rolling her eyes at me right now. You can actually hear the eyeballs rolling.
Here's a good one. A woman isn't allowed to cut her hair without her husband's permission.
I like it. I like it.
That's
Hear
the,
ye, hear
good-
ye. I bang the gavel, so it shall be done. Sam, may I second that motion? Giggity. All right. Next order of business.
I just don't. I mean, I don't know how old this is.
Doesn't matter.
But
They're
there are
old.
some women that, yes, you question what the hell they were
Well, you
thinking.
can't. You have
because
no right to
they
control
represent,
it.
Right, they represent
Yeah.
you, right?
Dude, it's obviously an
that what it is?
ownership
You know what?
kind of thing.
It has to be.
I mean, look, you would have put that in your prenup. All right.
I like this
No,
one.
it doesn't.
It's
It doesn't.
stupid.
It doesn't.
It is illegal to let your pig run free in Detroit unless it has a ring in its nose.
Pig means penis, right? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Ring in its nose sounds like
Yep.
a husband to me.
Maybe that's what they mean. Yep.
Well, as long as your husband has a ring in his nose, I suppose
Your
you're
pig
okay.
has a
And he's probably a pig
nose
anyway.
ring.
Clearly an old agrarian
I
rule
don't-
pig
I don't
rule
know.
law. Yeah.
I don't
That
know.
way you can get the pig out of wherever he gets stuck in.
Come over here, you.
I think I'm done with Michigan with the pigs running around.
Try
Number
the veal.
10, Utah.
This should be a fun one, I think.
Okay.
Utah.
What is?
They've got to have some crazy
What
ones.
is?
A lot of Mormons, a lot
Yeah.
of bigamy.
Do you
It
wanna-
is
do you wanna-
illegal not to drink milk.
It's illegal not to drink,
To drink
milk.
milk.
So you're lactose intolerant, you're a felon, or a misdemeanor at least.
Pretty much.
Illegal not to drink milk.
Well, is Utah big in milk production?
No.
Well, I mean, you got all these wives.
Well, there's a
and
lot
all
of
these kids.
there's a lot of agriculture. It's an agricultural state. A lot of pastures.
Well, it will be because it's also illegal to detonate any nuclear weapon.
Yeah, you can.
So
find another state, pal.
Well, but they have all these nuclear weapons bases in Utah. I mean, come on, they have missile bases all over there.
so we can't shoot those.
Nope.
Well,
Or we
no,
just
you
can't detonate
them.
Just
Dead
can't.
thing. We can fire them off. It just can't explode there.
Got it.
Good rule.
Got
so,
it.
if
The
you,
other
ladies and
guy.
gentlemen, if you're worried about nuclear war, move to Utah because the other countries will heed our laws.
Here's another one. Hunting whales again. It's
Whales have so many
offensive
rights.
in places that don't have oceans or any of
That's
these
the problem.
things.
Exactly. There's no ocean. What are
Why?
they
If the whales were smart, they'd
thinking?
move to Nebraska and Utah.
There you
Yeah.
If whales are so smart like they say they are, then why are they in California? Losers.
Oh my
Sure.
God.
I love this one. Birds have the right of way on all highways. So
that
if you have a
smoothly.
bird, they have the right of way.
I think they're talking more about ducks, chickens, and things that walk across the road.
Across the street.
So
I
you
think
have to stop and let them go. You cannot, I guess,
Yeah,
push them.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, this is a great one.
That's a law everywhere.
A husband is responsible for every criminal act committed by his wife while she's in his presence.
So
Wow.
if you're a woman or a whale, move to Utah.
Right. What does that say about what Utah thinks of their women, though? Like, well, honey, you can't think for yourself. We'll just let the husband be responsible
Handle it,
for your
yeah.
Yeah.
retardation,
Make sure you
stupidity.
keep your
and-
woman in check. That's
Yeah,
what-
right,
That
right.
woman.
All right, I think that's it, right?
All right.
Is that
I
all
think
we
we've
have?
done in this show.
But before we go, let's learn a little bit about Lou Santini. You have a book.
I have a book available on Kindle for anyone who is getting engaged or is engaged and your marriage is forthcoming. It's called How to Go from Wedding Hell to Wedding Bells. Your wedding should not need a survival guide.
And you should know.
I have emceed over 1,000 weddings, and I'm not lying. Over 20 years, I've emceed or hosted over 1,000 weddings. I mean, the average. How many weddings would you say you've been to in your life?
10.
All right. And
That
you're
many? I'm like at
that's
three
that's what I mean. So it's like if you went to one a year from birth to age 90, I've gone to 1,000. That's a lot. So I know what I'm talking about.
That's a lot of chicken and veal.
Atlanta Chicken, $2.99, available on Kindle. And by the way, this is not written just for women. I wrote it to appeal to men and women and male readers as well.
What's it called again?
How to Go from Wedding Hell to Wedding Bells. Your wedding should not need a survival guide.
I'm glad it's a nice, short, easy to remember.
Well, you know what's funny, because it used to be called something else, and I did my research, and they said books on Kindle that have either really short titles or really long titles sell better.
No shit.
Yeah. Oh, we can say shit? I didn't know that. That would have changed all my answers. And
That
you
was
can
that was a genuine no shit.
yeah, and I also have my second full-length comedy albums on iTunes. It's just called Let's Get Bloated, and it's $9.99.
Fantastic. I've heard
Such a deal.
I've listened to that
Thank
a number
you.
of times.
Oh, I
It's a
appreciate
great
it.
album.
And he's bootlegged it and copied it and sold it to other and I don't even
bootlegged it for me, buddy.
I don't even care if you buy it once
Now
and
I-
make 1 million copies of it on CD. Just buy the damn thing. That's
Now
all
I
I'm
feel
asking.
awful
Get it
that
out
I've sold it
That's okay.
myself.
Yeah.
All right. For Sam Labrati, Lou Santini, Sema Batu,
Batu,
I'm Scott
yeah.
Tommaso. We will see you guys next time on 10 Reasons Why Show. We'll probably have Lou back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
hope.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's
All right.
hear from you guys.
Thanks, guys.
And don't forget to like us and subscribe on
Subscribe
YouTube.
to YouTube
Yeah.
and iTunes, of course.
And all the information will be on the bottom of the screen.
10reasonswhyshow.com. Come visit us.
Bye.